Welcome to HD Toy Theater to look at the Taito prize UFO PVC statue of Asuna from the very popular anime Sword Art Online. She stands a little under 7 inches tall, made of really good plastic, sporting a very cool action pose. So let's dive right in and see what this statue is all about. When you open up the box, you'll take out the sub-accessories, the base with the Sword Art Online logo on it. And then you have the sheath and sword, and then you're going to basically attach these to the figure, which is already pre-assembled. So you might want to start with connecting the bottom foot with the base. You'll see these two round pegs, and you're going to match them up with those holes. Simple to do. And then you're going to put the sheath in her left hand here. So that's on, and the simple sword will go into the right hand. That'll go like so. And that's it. Pretty easy to assemble. The sculpt on this figure is pretty amazing. It's very action oriented. She's dashing off into battle at the same time looking off to the side this way. You can see a lot of flow going on with her back skirt as well as the hair. The sense of anatomy is very well done and is very nicely sculpted on the figure. Good head sculpt, very accurate to the way it's drawn in the anime. Beautiful looking sword. Silver with some minty paint apps going on. Sheath looks pretty good. Pretty simple color scheme. White and red. The red's kind of muted down, not too saturated. And you'll note one little difference. It's hard to see with the camera, but I'll point it out and hopefully you will see it. You'll note that the armor bit on her chest and then on her little boots here have a little more shine to it. It has a more pearl style paint app compared to this pretty much flat white being used on the rest of the figure. So that's kind of a subtle difference that might not translate too well via the camera. So just want to point that out. Once you get it in hand, it's pretty cool how it's done. So a nice sense of colors. Sculpting the hair is really nice, good flow. Just an overall great looking statue of a very cool character. Two things to point out that I feel are flaws to the statue. The paint apps aren't cleanly done. You'll notice in this area it's a little sloppy. It's a little chunky with these little pre-bands here. So in certain areas it's not cleanly done. And then my final one, it's very, very minor, but sometimes it matters to certain people. The tips of hair are a little too rounded and sometimes not very cleanly sculpted to smoothness. It's kind of gets a little bumpy in certain areas, and it's a little too rounded at the tips for my taste. So for about 40 bucks, I understand why you're getting the quality you're getting, but it's just two little things I want to point out to people who are considering picking up this statue. Final thoughts on this statue, definitely one I recommend. A beautifully sculpted statue, a very awesome tribute to the Asuna character from Sword Art Online. So if you're a fan, you'll definitely want to consider picking up this statue and adding her to your collection. Priced at about 40 bucks, got mine at imageanime.com. You can also check her out on eBay, of course, and add her to your collection. So hope you guys enjoyed the review. Hit like, dislike, and or comment. Check out my other videos. Subscribe if you haven't already. Check out HDToyTheater.com, and we'll see you next time.